lied and used fake documents to obtain the interview with my mother, made lurid and false claims about the royal family, which played on her fears and fueled paranoia.
For decades, Princess Diana has captivated the hearts of millions across the globe. Known fondly as the People's Princess, she embodied grace, compassion, and humanity in a way few public figures ever have. But beyond the dazzling gowns, royal engagements, and headline-grabbing controversies, Diana's most profound role was one she held closest to her heart, being a mother. Now, years after her tragic passing, a resurfaced letter offers a raw and heartfelt glimpse into her love for her eldest son, Prince William, and the unique approach she took to motherhood. The story begins in July 2004, when a London auction house listed a series of handwritten letters from Diana. Among them was a particularly touching one addressed to Violet Collison, a longtime confidant and servant to the Spencer family. Collison had known Diana since her earliest days as a shy, privileged aristocrat and had witnessed her transformation into a global icon. These letters, written with sincerity and warmth, unveiled the private Diana, a woman navigating the weight of the crown while remaining fiercely devoted to her sons. One of the most poignant letters dates back to July 8, 1981, just before Diana's fairy tale wedding to Prince Charles. The tone was lighthearted, showing her youthful optimism. "Everyone's racing around here fixing up last-minute stuff, but the bride's keeping her cool," she wrote. It was the voice of a 20-year-old woman on the brink of a life-changing commitment, still anchored in authenticity and humor. However, as time passed and the burdens of royal life grew heavier, Diana's letters became more introspective and emotionally resonant. Among these private notes, a letter from June 21, 1989, stands out. Written on Kensington Palace stationery, it was addressed to Sergeant George Plum of the Special Escort Group. Diana thanked him for organizing a motorbike display for William's 7th birthday party, a small gesture that meant the world to her. "It was so nice of you and your team to come here today for William's birthday. I can't even tell you how much joy the show brought to all those kids and their moms," she wrote. That the letter included scribbles from both William and Harry made it all the more personal, a tender moment frozen in time. What emerges from these letters is a portrait of a mother who was determined to give her sons a childhood unlike any other royal heirs before them. Diana defied tradition in countless ways. She insisted on taking William with her to Australia just after his birth, a significant break from royal protocol. She breastfed him, handpicked his name, and took an active role in his daily care. When it came to education, she enrolled him in a public nursery school, later dropping him off herself in full view of astonished onlookers. Diana's parenting style extended far beyond the palace walls. Her bodyguard, Ken Worf, recounted how she often disguised herself and took the boys on outings to amusement parks, McDonald's, and even the London Underground. These weren't PR stunts. They were intentional choices, aimed at grounding her children in reality. Diana believed that empathy and humility were more important than pomp and circumstance, and she was determined to teach them that. She also exposed them to the harsh realities of life. William accompanied her to visit Centerpoint, a charity supporting homeless youth. Diana didn't just want to show her children how to give. She wanted them to understand why giving mattered. These lessons were instilled not through lectures, but through lived experiences, many of which were chronicled in her correspondence with friends and supporters. Even as her marriage to Prince Charles deteriorated, Diana remained committed to shielding her children from emotional harm. After their separation in 1992, she maintained a constant presence in their lives, attending school plays, sports matches, and writing thank you notes to teachers. Her 1995 interview with Martin Bashir revealed the depth of her emotional pain, but also her unwavering resolve to protect her boys. "I want them to have an understanding of people's emotions, their insecurities, people's distress, and their hopes and dreams," she said. Her correspondence reveals more than just a mother's love. They show her courage to challenge a centuries-old institution for the sake of her children. Diana negotiated photo opportunities with the media in exchange for privacy, a then unheard-of tactic that reflected her fierce protectiveness. In a world where every move was scrutinized, she created pockets of normalcy where her sons could laugh, explore, and simply be kids. When these letters resurfaced in 2004, Prince William was on the cusp of adulthood, navigating university life and beginning to shape his public identity. Though she wasn't there to guide him directly, Diana's words lived on, etched not just in paper but in his values. Her influence is evident in the causes he champions, the openness with which he speaks about mental health, and the tenderness he shows as a father himself. Today, Diana's legacy endures through William and Harry, who carry forward her commitment to empathy, service, and authenticity. Her letters serve as a timeless reminder of what truly mattered to her. They weren't royal decrees or public statements. They were personal reflections of a woman who put motherhood above monarchy. Princess Diana's story, told through her letters, is one of quiet rebellion, enduring love, and a devotion that defied expectation. She taught her sons to be human before being royal, compassionate before being formal. And in doing so, she not only changed the monarchy, she changed the world's understanding of what it means to lead with love. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more heartfelt pieces like this. Thank you for reading.